Hello, this is your man Joe. I'm back with a different topic. We are going to talk about our body part and other things we use in life. First of all, let me start by saying that our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. We need to treat it with love and care. Nowadays, so many people misuse their body or body part, offending or hurting others or themselves, what we call self-injury behavior. And that situation is quite alarming. We see everyday people with addiction. Some do verbal abuse, steal from others. Some go places where they can get in trouble, such as going to steal, robbing banks. Some lack of attention and don't listen before jumping into assumption. Others curse daily, insult or bully others, and we have remarked that they don't really know the use of their mouth and their tongues. All of this is done through using our body part, the God made for us to use or glorify Him and to help one another. Let's then talk about some of those most used body parts. The meaning of each body part will be mentioned, some areas. We're going to start with our eyes. Our eyes can help us see, look for directions, read, do a lot of things, and, interpret. But the same eyes can one day lose sight, get misled, or deceive us. Take a good care of your eyes and make a good use of them. Your mouth, that one, the most dangerous tool of all, our mouth and our tongue. Our mouth can help us express ourselves by speaking, but there is two ways it could be impacting life. Positively, our mouth or tongue can heal ourselves or our neighbors with kind words that comes out of it and directed to us or others. Negatively, our mouth or tongue can hurt, break, or destroy ourselves or others by using mean or insulting words or bullying others, And like they said in my native language, bad words are like bullet in the head. So be careful how you use your mouth or your tongue. Be careful how to choose the word that come out of your mouth. Our ears can help us hear by listening and then understanding. But we should discern those three words in order to make good use of our ears. And always remember, take good care of yours. Listen carefully when somebody is talking to you. Listen, understand, and then you can't just, hear. Listen in order to understand. Your nose can help you smell things and breathe, but it can also fool you when it comes to smelling, because not every odor is the meaning of spoiling or bad substance. Anyway, your nose is as important as other body parts. So we should take good care of our nose. Our hands can help us touch, grab, work, and do other meaningful things in life. But some people use them instead to do wrong things, such as stealing, killing, robbing, or just misuse them. Hit others or other bad things are done through our hands. We need to be careful of what we are handling, of what we do with our hands, because they can really do a lot of things, but at the meantime they can mislead us. Our feet or legs are our moving tool. We can walk and go where we want to go. We can play sport and do other things, but we need to be careful where our feet or legs are taking us. We need to choose wisely the path, because if something bad happens on our way, it's the path we choose, and we are the only one to blame. So we need to take good care of our feet. Our brain, the engine of everything, the most important part of every being, human or animal. Especially the brain is the only part in human beings or animals that I've never seen or heard that got transplanted, such as other body parts. It is the center of our life. It is the commander of our body from head to toe. The brain is the remote control of every of our action that we take. This brain can be positive, meaning that everything good we can do generates or take origin from the brain, and it can be negative, meaning every bad thing can generate or originate from the brain. So our brain, all of our thoughts, all of our decisions, all of our, whatever we do originates from the brain. So there's no way anything can be done without, being commanded by the brain. And the heart, our heart is the engine or the organ that pumps blood in every part of our body, including the brain. Actually, both interact because the brain is the one giving the signal to the heart to pump the blood, and the meantime, the heart provides the brain with blood. So they one of them cannot exist, or work without the other one. The heart is the center of our emotion. That's why when we are angry or happy, the heart rate increases. Therefore, if you need to live a happy life, take good care of your heart. Your heart, very important. Take good care of. Now we are going to talk about stuff that we use, other body part, like our fingers. Our fingers are important too. We need to take good care of our fingers, because if you cut your fingers, there's no way you can be able to grab stuff. So we need to take care of our fingers. We need to take care of them. Let's talk about the toes. You need to take care of your toes equally, although you can't really do a whole lot with your toes. But the main function of the toes is equilibrium. When you don't have your toes, you cannot really stand firm on your feet. It's going to be very difficult for you to have some kind of equilibrium. So we need to take care of our toes. In general, I will recommend everybody to take good care of the body, because the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, the temple for every well-being. We are going to continue by talking about other body parts, such as our teeth. The very tool that we use when feeding ourselves or our body, because our teeth help us process the food. That's the first step, the very first step that we enter when it comes to digestion. However, we see nowadays a lot of people don't really respect their teeth. They neglect them. Some people eat candies, chew gums. Some others smoke without brushing their teeth afterward. Some others eat cold food and they don't even brush their teeth or maintain them to see the dentist yearly, or I don't know how often people want to see the dentist or should see the dentist. Please maintain your oral health, because your mouth is the door to every issue that you can think of when it comes to your health, and it is also the door to every evil thing that can come out of your mouth. To sum up, people need to to wake up when it comes to how we treat our body parts. We need to use those accordingly, or we need to use them to do something meaningful to help ourselves or others instead of hurting them. When it comes to how we use them, we need to limit their use to what positive that God created them to, and for our survival. Above all, let's stay healthy. Let's eat healthy. Let's think healthy, for our health could help us achieve longevity. Thank you for listening. Coming up next, another episode of Life Stories. This is Joe, again, your man. Now we are back. Let's talk about our hair. That beautiful thing that God gave us for our skull. A lot of people, they just don't know. When they have their hair, they put like a lot of bad product on their hair. They don't appreciate their natural hair, so they put relaxer, anything that they think of. But the day they start having issues with their hair, then they realize that, oh, this was important to me. I see most women are nowadays, they lose their hair, they start having bald head, and they start putting wigs and other things that they can put just to be beautiful. Why don't we just like or love ourselves the way God created us, especially black women? I want my black women, black beauty, to stop putting anything on the top of their hair and bleaching their skin, putting fake nails, a lot of fake things. So when it comes to hair, please take good care of your hair. Like me, I'm bald. I did not know that I was gonna live the rest of my life without hair. So if you are a young man out there, don't put anything on your hair. Keep it natural the way God gave it to you. Or young women, do the same thing. So you're gonna keep your natural beauty. Thank you for listening. We'll come back for more stories.